Hardball roundtable tonight. Megan Murphy's the Washington bureau chief for Bloomberg. John Ferry's a Republican strategist, and Amanda Terkel is senior political reporter with the Huffington Post. Amanda, you start. Project it out. Where's this going over the next month at least?
I think we're going to see the candidates start attacking each other a lot more, maybe not name-calling and things. You started to see in the debate last night where they drew more contrast on policy, starting to preview a little bit.
Who's out to get who?
I think Ted Cruz, you already saw he's starting to get Marco Rubio. Didn't call him out by name, but started to preview, you don't want someone who's soft on immigration. You don't want someone supporting sugar subsidies, for example. So Trump and Carson, they didn't go after each other, but
sugar
it's going to get nastier.
Subsidies are worthy of a presidential debate now. I could not believe that last night.
I was surprised it was mentioned, too, but, he is clearly watching Rubio.
Is he trying to insinuate that Marco Rubio, a fellow Spanish surname, I'm not sure the right word is Hispanic for them because they are Cuban nationals or whatever, or come from Cuba. But is he going to insinuate that he's still basically for what he calls amnesty?
I think he is. And, Rubio got very, very lucky last night in that he did not have to jump into the immigration debate. He skated by. He got some slightly easier questions, and you saw Jeb Bush, John Kasich, Donald Trump get in there on immigration. But Rubio didn't have to do it, but he's going to have to, obviously.
Wow. John Ferry, what do you see coming next month?
Opposition research. And I think that helps.
Oppo.
I think you're going to see Danny Diaz from the Jeb campaign really go at it against Marco Rubio. Now, that being said, there's two top guys who have plenty of Oppo research that needs to be done on them, who are the top two guys, who are still at the top of the polls, and nobody thinks that they're going to be the presidential candidate, but they're still up there. So someone's going to start taking some shots at Trump.
I think Trump can win.
Well, and then other people start believing that as well. You got to start doing some opposition research on those two guys, but you're absolutely right. Ted Cruz is also seeing that a real problem with Marco Rubio. So you're going to see a lot of folks trying to go after Rubio.
Okay, remember '92 when people wanted a candidate so much they didn't want to hear about the crap about him? Bill Clinton. They heard crap after crap. They heard about Jennifer Flowers. They heard about the draft letter. But they wanted this new young guy with he seemed to have the chops. So I wonder if what we're really seeing here is, well, in the case of Trump, they like this angry economic populace so much they're willing to put up with the personal life, the divorces, all this stuff, the bankruptcies. They'll forgive it all because what they want is this strength.
What you're going to see over the next 35 days, I'm going to say something a little bit controversial, is what I like to call the education of Donald Trump. You saw last night that when he bones up on policy specifics, he's much better than you think he can be. He can talk about tax. He can talk about corporate inversions.
About Eisenhower kicking people out.
He can talk about that. He can actually sound credible on some of these very high-level policy issues. And we're also
Isn't he smart? One of the smart ones?
He's smarter than I think a lot of people think he is.
Come on, he's rich.
Got some advisors.
He's
smart. Rich. And what we're going to see is, I think, people think they're going to opposition research him out. He's going to bone up, and he's going to sound more credible.